Okay, so I might have to record this in two separate files. So this is my evidence of ongoing reflection on competency development, just competency 7. I'm going to try my best to do this in 8 to 10 minutes. The first one I'm going to talk about is the personal and group IEP assignment. So in this one, developing an IEP was a goal of mine at the beginning of EDU 407. Being involved in the development of IEPs is crucial and also required for us to do in the teacher training program. I feel that it is an assignment that has a direct connection to competency 7 because it allows us as teachers to adapt our teaching to the needs of our students. I also learned more about myself and my goals from this assignment, my strengths and how to make small goals and how to achieve those goals. The group IEP assignment I personally preferred than the personal IEP. I like them both, but I don't know, it was fun to do the group one. It felt like we were a real team working together to help students, to discuss the needs and goals for the student. It shows a group of professionals working together to develop and meet the needs of individual students who require a diverse support system. The process of the individual education plans require that we first gather information and then, of course, have an IEP meeting to discuss, set the plan, develop the IEP, implement the IEP, and that leaves us to review and update the IEP on a regular basis. The accommodation and modification are tools within the IEP to help students feel on the same level with learning, even with learning difficulties. Developing the IEP as a group, it required us to evaluate the needs of the students and to implement and talk about the modifications and accommodations to help those students. Again, IEPs connects directly to competency 7 because, well, really, it does facilitate the education and social integration of students with learning disabilities. It does consult resource people and parents to obtain relevant information. It proposes learning tasks, challenges. It does all of these things directly. So I think that one is a really important one for me when I reflect back. The IEP is super crucial especially when I go to my 13-week practicum. So moving on to the individual difference conference. This one was, first of all, our tool was a brochure or a pamphlet. And I think the topic we chose was mental health and how to support learners with anxiety, depression, and especially for a guide in the ESL classroom. That connects to competency 7 in that it helps us learn and become knowledgeable about mental health, how to adapt our teaching to their needs and characteristics. I think that what I took away the most from this assignment is by creating this tool, such as the pamphlet or the brochure and the poster, I felt that I was not only helping myself to learn how to accommodate students with mental health, but also I felt like I was a part of something bigger, that the brochure could be used for other teachers or professionals to learn from and to adapt to as well. Because during the Flash conference, we had a guest who thought that our topic was interesting and asked to use it for her own personal adaptations in her teaching in ESL environments. This is really cool. After the conference, I felt good. I felt like, wow, she really wants to use our work to help her teaching, to help her adapt her lessons to help her students. So I think that was really cool. The flash talks I thought were also super interesting as well, because we were able to leave there not just with one tool, but with a whole toolkit to help us adapt teaching and to accommodate students of all different needs. So I think this one is only 5 minutes, so I'll stop there and I'll continue in part 2.